Hello everyone, and welcome to my solo RPG journal. Today we are playing Ironsworn. We are following the journey of a Vela from New Rock. She has had quite an interesting journey of late. She hired on to a mercenary company, helping them look for a missing ship, a missing merchant vessel. She and I guess her partner, the one who brought her into the mercantile business, Albin, sailed off from Thornmark, the place that the merchant company is headed. Haf's Goods is headquartered. Sailed around looking without very much luck until they came across the vessel very suddenly. The vessel that had been taken by pirates. So they avoided them, clashed with the pirates, had to get around, navigated around to where they knew had a bunch of shallow water and sandbars. Luckily, it was low tide. However, this would allow them to separate the ship that was pursuing them and the pirate boat, the small pirate boat, which was about the same size as their boat. However, they ran aground. They ran aground on one of the sandbars and got boarded by the pirates. However, they both can handle themselves in a fight and were able to dispatch their attackers. This was then followed up by another assault, some more pirates on a rowboat, which they were able to deal with again, and then find enough time to unbeach themselves and get to the nearby island. On this nearby island, they were able to start a beacon, a large fire, a large smoky fire that was able to get the attention of two other search vessels and the people from the town Stoneford. They met Jihan, who was very helpful because he wanted to basically get rid of them in the beacon. However, after seeing everything that was happening, he decided to go with them because he wanted to control the narrative about the island. Is how our characters aren't probably aware of that, but that's where we think he's coming from. So they then sailed south between these two islands and the island that Stoneford is on, thinking that the vessel was going to escape this way because this was the direction it was heading in. Discovered that they were wrong, had to come about, meet up with the other vessels that were now in pursuit, and followed it out here to where it had beached itself. On the approach, they managed to run over some reefs and, again, obviously, thankfully, not do too much more damage to their boat. I'm not sure how we actually decided that, or if we just decided to move on. Maybe they ran aground on something which slowed them down, gaining the pirates the time to escape or prepare before we landed. 3 vessels landed their people on the island at the missing ship. So we've changed our vow. It's no longer find Miller's ship, it's capture Miller's ship. So we have made it to the ship. It doesn't look like... honestly don't remember if I should be marking progress here or not. I feel like I probably already did that. And the advantage of recording all of this is that I can check, and I did, in fact, mark progress already. So we have our 4 progress from actually reaching the boat. Now, I don't want to fulfill this here because it won't work. I will probably roll higher than 4 on those challenge dice, and that's not what I want. So we are now at the boat. We have landed, and the first thing I think that we want to do is gather information. Whether or not everyone has turned up at the same time, the first thing we're going to want to do, apart from gather with the rest of the search party, and that might take a little bit of time because they might not have landed at all quite at the same time. The first thing we're going to want to do, though, is try and work out where the pirates are. Have the pirates actually left? I remember last session talking about whether or not they had left the boat, suggesting that they had, but I can't remember if we saw that. So what we're going to need to do is ascertain, is there anyone still on the ship? So when you search an area, ask questions, roll plus wits. Yeah, so we're just rolling plus wits. Okay. On a miss, your investigation unearths a dire threat or reveals an unwelcome truth that undermines your quest. Pay the price. Okay, so we do learn something. I think, have they damaged the... So they could have damaged the vessel. We might be able to use this table, but there are some things here that don't really make sense. It is harmful. It is stressful. Waste resources. Some of those will be a little bit harder to work in. A personal community you trusted loses faith in you or acts against you. A personal community you care about is exposed to danger. You are separated from something or someone. Your action has an unintended effect. So I will roll on this because there are some good things in here, and we'll come to deal with some of the harder ones if that happens. A person or community you trusted loses faith in you or acts against you. So I think that this is Albin, or Jihan did come with us. We had no reason not to trust him. I don't know how much faith he had in us. He came with us because he wanted to control the narrative, but he could act against us when Albin and Avella leave the boat, leave the boat, and we leave it with Jihan. He's supposed to make sure it's beached properly. It's a small vessel, so it's one that they'd be able to push onto a beach and then push back off in order to get it buoyant again. So we leave him with the boat. We're not going to find anything. We go off, and the sand's a mess. There are tracks back and forward. We don't want to get too close to the boat, but we also don't see anyone making themselves obviously known on the boat. So in our little investigation, we don't learn anything. Jihan uses this time to go through all of Albin's stuff, and when the other boats land and start to converge, he'll introduce himself and not say... He'll talk us down, make it sound like we're not trustworthy and we don't know what we're talking about, telling them some completely different story, making it sound like he's been with us from the beginning of the trip, as opposed to... Or we picked him up somewhere along the way that wasn't... What was it? Where was the place he was from? Stoneford. So this could hurt us later in dealing with the search party. But now, once everyone is together, I think we have to roll compel, because we lost here. We're going to have to roll compel if we're going to get them to approach the boat carefully. We think we saw them get off the boat, but we're not too sure. They've seen things, people coming and going. They're pretty sure that the boat is empty and they're ready to just get on and board it. They're not going to listen to us, and they're not going to listen to anything that we've said from our investigation. We want to approach cautiously, and they do not. So, charm, pacify, barter. We're not trying to lie or swim. Yeah, we're rolling heart. Weak hit. Okay. They'll do what you want or share what they know on a strong hit. Take +1 momentum. If you use this to gather information, make that move now and add +1. If you use that exchange. On a weak hit, as above, but they ask something of you in return. I think that they want the credit and recognition. We're not going to be able to get any kind of credit or recognition for finding the vessel, I think, is the obvious thing. But how does that come across? Do they directly come out and say that? I guess Jihan has just been telling them fibs, so they're thinking they're going to say something along the lines of, look, we don't really know what's going on, so we'll look into everything, but you guys stay back. Just let us deal with it. You're obviously, and we both look messed up. I've got 0 health and 0 spirit and momentum of 0. I'm not in a good place. Alvin's just as bad. Yeah, just you guys can hang back and let us do it. We will be very careful. We're going to get in there and take care of it. You guys just sort of, I think they want us to stay out of it. Just stay back with the boats and look at us. So they're going to do that. They're going to say that, which is going to at least get them to approach it carefully. We will take the +1 momentum because it's on a weak hit as above, but they ask something of you in return. And we will use this exchange to gather information. So what did they see? What have they actually seen from their positions? And what have they seen? What do they know? What do they know about the island? That kind of thing. So it's wits again. Oh, I was supposed to add +1. I got a strong hit anyway. On a strong hit, you discover something helpful and specific. The path you must follow or action you must take to make this progress is clear. Envision what you learn and take +2 momentum. Okay, I think that if we look at the island, it's got this long shape. And so the boat's beached here where I've put the combat symbol, because that's what I assume is going to happen. We're going to have some kind of clash. I think that this inlet here is a good place to hide ships, and there is a path through here. So the expectation is that they have actually fled, as it seems that they're going to be overrun. So that's sort of what we learn. And then we agree to hang back on the boat while they go and investigate the thing. So the question is, how do I make something happen? Facing danger. Are we facing danger? Secure an advantage. Yeah, I don't know that there's anything. Resupply, make camp, undertake a journey, quest moves. It's not going to be a combat move or a suffer move. We're not using delve at the moment. I have to read it. I bought it a while ago and I just haven't read it yet. I did look through it in the beta, but I haven't looked at it since. But I think it's got some cool things that would probably help. However, we're not there. I think we're just going to have an oracle thing. So the question is, are there enemies on the ship? Or I don't think they want to give the ship up. I think it's going to be a little bit boring if they've just run. Our goal is to get the ship back. I think that, yeah, so they're either on the ship, not on the ship, but ready to ambush us or make something very bad happen, or a mix. So let's say it's unlikely. Are they on the ship? Are all of them on the ship? Yes or no? No. Okay. So now we're going to go to 50-50, or I think likely. I think it is likely that some of them are on the ship and some of them are not on the ship. Okay. None of them are on the ship, which means that we are going to get attacked. They're starting to board the ship, and as they're going up the ropes, they're throwing ropes up with grappling hooks and starting to climb, and they're getting to the point where half of them are up on the ship. There'd only be sort of 3 or 4 other people, right? So we're getting them up, half up the ropes and everything, and then arrows start coming out at them, and the remaining pirates, some of them charge at them, and I think that some of them will come at us as well. So I'm going to roll secure an advantage, because what we would be doing at the boats is keeping an eye on everything, trying to make sure that we know what's coming and what's happening around the ship, and whether if we have any people coming at us. If I fail, they're going to basically get the drop on us. So I think it's wits, expertise, insight, and observation. Yep, it's wits. Rolling lots of wits. Weak hit. On a weak hit, your advantage is short-lived. Take +1 momentum, which is really the thing that I need because I am not in a good way. So, we are going to enter the fray. Seeing them, being aware of them, when you enter combat, set the ranks of each of your foes. I think there's probably 2 of them coming at us. I think, yeah, if there's, we said there were 4 other people, they would have directed most of their attention to them. Though there are 3 of us there, I think we'll say this is a dangerous foe because there are multiple of them again. So I'm going to need, let's just clear this. Pirates, take 3. And so we're facing off against our foe. We're not getting to roll shadow. We are rolling heart, which would be the same as rolling wits. So that wouldn't be too bad. Well, I guess my gather information roll wasn't hugely necessary. The momentum always helps though. Strong hit. Take 2 momentum. You have the initiative. Oh, thank God. Strike. Yep, we're just going to go straight at them with a strike. Jumping into close combat with them with my trident. And they were a bit surprised that we knew where they were coming from and when. So let's see if I can score a good hit. Oh. No. Oh God, I've got to hold on to the momentum. This is not going to be good. All right, pay the price, which will be endure harm. I think pay the price. The most obvious thing is going to happen is they are able to disarm me with the trident. Maybe, yeah. I think that because there's no explicit endure harm. Clash is where they start. There is no specific you take damage. Yeah, I think that in what they're going to do is they're going to get up in between me. The trident's a rather large weapon. They get inside my range and are able to grab it and disarm me. So that way I don't actually take any damage. But now I'm off balance. They've got my trident and they're going to try and hit me with it. So we're clashing, and here I'll definitely be taking harm if I lose this. And we are clashing with iron. Oh my God. All right. I take 2. So we're just going to endure harm. Endure harm. When you face physical damage, suffer minus health equal to your foe's rank, which was 2. If your health is 0, nah, I'm fine. Then roll health or iron. So we're rolling iron. Weak hit. On a weak hit, you press on. Okay. I do not want to turn the tide. What's battle? Oh, this is interesting. Fight in close to overpower your opponents. Okay, so this is fighting the multiple opponents, not necessarily actually doing damage to them, but we are in the combat. But what we're going to do is we're going to try and push them back into you achieve your objective. I don't know that it is right. I'm going to have to read up on this. I don't know that this is right to use here. Let's have a look. Oh, so this is instead of doing a detailed fight. This would be the perfect one to do this on. But yeah, okay. So because we haven't done that, all right, we won't use battle. I am instead going to secure an advantage using deception, stealth, or trickery. We're on a beach. There is lots of sand. It is going in the guy that I'm fighting's eyes. Weak hit. Okay. Your advantage is short-lived. I think that I don't think I can take the initiative. I think I will get my momentum, but I'm not taking the initiative with the weak hit. Why am I rolling 10s? Stop rolling 10s. but I will be able to try and get in around behind him. I'm going to try again to circle around my opponents. There are a couple of them there. It's not just the one pirate, but there are several of us and several of them. So I'm going to try again with the shadow roll. Strong hit. Okay. So I'm going to take control. Yeah, I'm taking control because we are moving. Oh, prepare to act, +2 momentum. Now I'm going to take control by getting in behind them. And so we're just going to make the clash roll. So I still don't have the initiative. No, I'm going to take the initiative. Facing danger, I am, because I'm not taking momentum, securing an advantage rather, I'm taking control, which I'm going to get the momentum. I'm going to take the initiative and strike one of the guys from behind with my +1 on my roll and hope that that makes a difference. Stop rolling 10s. Jesus Christ, I roll a... okay, so this... I'm not taking that momentum burn. I'm now in between... the pirates are now in between Albin and Jihan, who I guess has to fight as well, because otherwise he's dead, and myself. Actually, Jihan's probably holding back. He's probably ready to try and cut a deal with the pirates. So it's really just Albin and myself. So there's probably 3 pirates, and yeah, this isn't a good thing. So one of them, the one that has my trident, is now turning and facing me. He's now got his back to Albin, but there are 2 other pirates at Albin. So I guess I'm gonna clash again as he tries to fight me. Strong hit. Oh, thank God. You bolster, inflict your harm and choose 1. Oh no, I'm not taking the momentum. I am inflicting extra harm. So I'm going to mark that twice. So I get into his guard with my knife and gut him. Gives me the initiative back as he falls back to the ground. I grab my trident again and reverse. I've grabbed my trident with sort of a reverse grip, which then allows me to swing it up and just go straight at the next pirate with a stabbing motion. A stabbing motion, or do I throw it? I throw it like a javelin at the next. Well, it's too close for it to be anything other than iron. So we're just going to strike with iron. Miss. Okay. Again, I've let go of the trident again. The guy has deflected it. It's now on the ground, and I am separated from Albin. There's 1 left. There's 2 left. There's 1 less of them. So I've evened the odds a little bit, but we're still not in a good spot as he strikes at me again, and we clash with iron. Weak hit. You inflict your harm, but then pay the price. I will take 2 harm. We'll do my harm first. Mark. Okay, so they've got 6 left, and then endure harm. We're going to roll iron. Oh no. On a miss, suffer -1 momentum. If you are at 0 health, you must mark wounded or maimed if currently unmarked, or roll on the oracle. I think the complication is that we'll go with a narrative complication. Albin takes a hit. He's now on the ground, and there are now 2 pirates to deal with me. I have to deal with 2 pirates instead of 1. Or I think I've got maybe 1 pirate left to deal with. Or 1 pirate and 1 wounded pirate, and I am badly wounded myself. I think that's how it's going. I'm going to secure an advantage with Shadow, Deception, Trickery, and Stealth by retreating. If I've got both of their attention... no, we're just going to try the sand trick again. Oh no. Going to kick the sand up in his face. I'm too wounded and it just doesn't work. And he's able to grab me and take hold of me, ready to strike me again. Okay, weak hit, another weak hit. Marking some progress, marking some harm. And then he's gonna stab me. We stab each other. I've tried to kick the sand up into his face. It hasn't worked. He's just grabbed hold of me in really close range, and we start stabbing each other, which leaves me standing and him not so much because there's still another bloody opponent to take care of on the same track. Let's see, endure harm. Rolling iron again. I've taken the damage. Miss. Also, suffer -1 momentum if you are at 0 health. You must mark wounded or maimed. Oh, I probably should have already done that. So I'm just gonna... Wounded. Now I'm going to... I should have already done that. I misread that last time I missed. So I'm going to roll on this oracle. 79. You're battered but still standing. That's what we want to see. We don't want to face death yet. Okay, I am going to... There's one last one left. We're turning the tide. We are going to turn the tide. How are we doing this? Once per fight, when you risk it all, you may steal... So the two of us are sort of stabbed each other a bunch, and the other one's moving up to us, and I push him. I push the guy, the one I'm stabbing, into the approaching pirate and go at him. This is probably not necessarily going to work very well. Iron. Modifier 1. Come on, extra 1. Oh, thank God! Yeah, he's taken completely aback. He's approached, seeing the two of us as stabbing each other. He's going, oh, they're both done for. More loot for me, and I'm not going to have to deal with this one anymore. Starting to look back around at Jihan, who's cowering a bit, and Albin, who is on the ground, and just doesn't see. He's caught off balance, and I get him in the neck. So I get +1 because I succeeded on the face death. Turn the tide, not face death. I'm not facing death. +1 momentum on a hit, and then the strike gets strong hit +1 harm, and you retain initiative. However, I don't really care about it retaining the initiative. What I care about is ending this fight with a strong hit. Combat moves. End the fight. On a strong hit, this foe is no longer in the fight. They are killed, out of action, flee, or surrender. They're all dead. And that's it. They're all dead. I am not in a good way. Neither is Albin. So I'm going to rush over to Albin and try to heal him. When you treat an injury or ailment, roll wits. If you're mending your nope. Yep. Rolling wits to heal Albin. Oh, good. I'm able to rouse him. He's not that bad off. Got an opportunity. So yeah, he's not particularly bad. He just took a bad blow and got knocked out. Probably a little bit concussed, but he's able to get up and look at taking care of me. So he's going to help me out taking care of me. Is heal the role to do with that? Or is this a relationship move? When you spend time in a community seeking assistance, not quite what I'm doing. I feel like heal is still the role. I guess I think I've done it in the past where he healed me and I just rolled wits. Yeah, I'm just going to say that because I've got Albin there to help me with the roll, I'm going to use wits instead. Otherwise, I'd say iron with a +1, I guess, which is the same thing. Weak hit. All right, -1 momentum to get rid of the wounded. Uncheck wounded. I think I get to do that. Yeah, on a strong hit, your care is helpful. If you have the wounded condition, you may clear it. Then you gain 2 health, but I've got -1 momentum. And with the pirates dwindling even further, because surely there can't be too many of them left, we are going to mark some progress on capturing the ship. Now, let's see if we can determine what happened to the rest of the pirates. So there's a very, very obvious question of, is there still a fight going on, or is it over? Which is probably just ask the Oracle, and we're going to say 50-50. The fight is over. I need to specify my roles. The fight is over. Is the fight over is the question. The fight is over. Who won? Are the pirates still a threat? The pirates took the others by surprise, and with them half up the ropes, the arrows came at them, and the men charged them at the beach. They were able to take them by surprise and take them out. Whether or not they're all still alive or they're all dead is unknown at this stage, but the fight went with the pirates still having control of the ship. And I think now they see us and we have to clash yet again. Oh, which is not good. And we're going to call it there. We will deal with the pirates that are approaching next time. Have a good one.